Spawning up here in the top right. Our Zerg player in red from JaM Gaming. This is Banana Boy. And his opponent in the bottom left from Born Gosu. Our purple Terran. It is Caesar. With the advantageous spawn, even. As you saw in the last game, Terran had his add-ons on the other side of this wall. So now he's going to have the 2 depots and the barracks itself. Hopefully he doesn't run into the same situation. (16-bit), of course, you have the natural within your own base, which is nice. It's going to be especially nice for Caesar in this game, I imagine. He's going to be able to wall off out front and then take a natural command center. Banana Boy choosing to take his natural down in the more exposed location, but it's no more exposed than a lot of other naturals have been in this game. And it allows him to take a third base that's really, really easy to secure. So it's no surprise to see that. But he does start up same way he did last game. Hatchery into gas into a pool. Kind of the same sort of setup from Caesar. He went gas into his barracks. It was a pretty early gas, I think, but looks like it's at the normal time, I imagine. So curious if he goes for that 2-2-1. I think seeing the 2-2-1 and seeing no Hellions is Banana Boy's trigger to just go full Bane Bust. Because why wait? Why bother waiting? But pool is finishing up here for Zerg player. Waiting to see what's going to be thrown down next, and I imagine it's going to be... It's Factory! Hey, let's go! Let's second go, boys. React on the barracks, so Hellions can be a thing here. And Hellions do pretty decently, especially if you get them on the map early enough against a Bane Bust. If you're able to be out on the map when the Lings and Banes are out on the map, let you counter it a little bit. It works out pretty well. First thing we're going to get in, won't be able to see too much. Maybe we'll get a worker kill or two. We'll kill one worker, and the worker even had minerals in its hands. I'm trying to do my job here. I didn't harm nobody. We'll almost lose another one, but he does get the Spore Crawler created there. The Lings and the Queen show up to help out. We're going to get it in once again. Gonna look for a third base, gonna look for a Baneling Nest, I imagine is what he wants to see. Or wants to not see, I guess. Is Reaper gonna get out of here? Surely not. It will, actually. Let's go get out. Maybe we'll jump down this way. Reaper does survive, which is wonderful for hit. We do have Hellions on the map already. Bane Nest is being made, though. There's no third hatchery. So is Banana Boy going to run into this? It's not like Hellions just counter and mean you can't bust, because for one, the Hellions are out in the natural. So they are exposed. Not the natural necessarily, but they are out the third. Oh. So close to seeing this too. It's Caesar. If he just decides to move out a little bit with his... Oh, this is not great. He's going to be on the other side of the map with his Hellions when this bus is coming in. A couple lanes do pop in. Is there a wall? The wall is there, but it's not lifted. He does lift it now. A couple more Hellions are about to pop out here. He does catch some Lings on the map, which is great. And in fact, this may force Banana Boy to come back home. One Hellion does go down, however. Caesar is a European, I do believe. So maybe a little more difficult to actually micro these things. But he does lose all those Hellions. He kills off quite a few Lings. He kills 12. So that definitely puts a dent in the possible push. But still, 6 Banes. 14 Banes in production here. There's not a lot over here right now. Actually, making a Viking even. Also kind of awful for Caesar's effect that he has a supply drop call down on one of the people that are up front. Link's going to be able to catch these Hellions once again, and now there's really nothing for Caesar here. All these Banes are going to start rolling in. There's a couple of Hellions left over. He needs to lift this wall, but so much is going to go down here. Bane's crouching in. Actually, oh my god, they go for the factory. What? No. Oh, repair that. If he repairs, gets his wall back up, he should be okay. More Hellions pull. More Hellions pop out, but more and more links popping out, or running across the map still. Banana Boy has not given up on this just yet. Caesar is really supply blocked at this point. Again, he lost the depot that had a supply drop called down onto it, so that's like, what, 16 supply that's just gone, or 14 supply or something like that. Links get in again, and they're gonna kill off all the units here, and now there's nothing left here for Caesar. He's got a Viking, which can land. He can fight with his SCVs. He's got a couple Liberators on the way as well, but Lings are just destroying this natural here. Viking does land, Hellions do pop out, and still there's no wall up to actually help this whole situation out. 11 SCVs have died. The good news for Caesar is the fact that he does have this base down here that is pretty much fully saturated. Hellions need to come and help, though. 13 SCVs. There we go. Finally looking like this is cleaned up. I'm like we're going to transition a little further into the game. Behind all this, Banana Boy, he did take his third hatchery. Of course, it is simple to take that one because it is hidden inside your own base. Caesar still not quite sure if he's going to get a continual bust going on here. Doesn't really have vision to see that the Roach Horn has been made. Lair's on the way. We have an Evo chamber that just finished up. It's start +1. Okay, it's just a Roach Horn. Workers 40 to 32 in favor of a Zerg player here. These libs, if they go across the map, could get a little bit of work done, especially this natural here, and even at this base. There's so much airspace around here. There's so much airspace to be able to just plant a Liberator. So if Caesar does that, he could probably even up this worker count, or kill count even. Banana Boy was able to kill 15 SCVs with just the Ling Flood. He used, what, 15 Banelings on the factory in 2 depots. Had those Banelings been able to stay alive and go for the SCVs, this game would probably be over at this point. Hellions are on the map. They aren't actually doing anything just yet. We have a third command center has been made by Caesar, still choosing to do nothing with those Liberators. The Viking was initially made, also got killed, so he's not able to go on the map, kill all these Overlords, all these juicy Overlords that are sitting around on the map, just begging to be taken out. But that boy, he's getting a little aggressive here, sending some Lings, sending his Roaches across the map. Roach speed is still a little ways away from finishing up. He's going to have +1 pretty soon as well, though. Hydrogen did finish up. He's got the Groose Spines, the attack range upgrade on the way. He's got a lot of units, a lot of army. But Caesar should be safe with this. He's got 2 tanks up here on the high grounds. And we will shell away at these. He is trying to land his third command center. Hellions do see this coming. Tanks starting to shell away at these Roaches now. But he's just going to be annoying. Liberators, yeah, go back. Go do things. Stop being useless. There's a lot of Hydras over here. It's 4 Liberators. Getting some work done, but a really nice response there by the Banana Boy. These Hydras just popped at the exact right time. He killed a worker, maybe a couple of Hydras, but that's about it. And he lost all of his Liberators except for 1. Third command center has finally landed here for Caesar. Gotta turn it to an orbital. Kind of shocked he didn't turn it into an orbital before he lifted. It's always good to turn your command centers, if you're going to make them to an orbital, turn them to an orbital before you lift them, because then they can gain energy while they're in the air. You don't have to wait for them to land and start getting some energy. We do have 3 tanks out right now for Caesar. Losing those Liberators really hurt because this push, actually, no, sorry. By 3 tanks, I meant 6. Simple mistake. Anyway, losing those Liberators the way he did really hurts defending this because if you got 3 lives here, it's a lot nicer. Ooh, Hellions do have blue flame, but they don't want to fight against that. They'll back up into the tank fire. Oh, that's a brave Zerg army that just melted. I don't think he realized just how many tanks there were. And Caesar goes, hey, thanks for donating your army. I'm gonna go across the map and try and kill you now. Nine hydrogen production. He's already got a few out. But that is a lot of his army that died. He doesn't have a fourth hatchery yet anywhere. Caesar gonna need to wait for his tanks to show up to help this out. Don't want to fight against that just yet. Turns the Hellions into Hellbat mode. Tanks coming up behind us. Still, he's just not fighting with the tanks. He's getting a little too aggressive too soon. He loses way more than he really needs to. He loses a lot of the power of that push. I mean, there's so many tanks here. At this point, Caesar is probably going to just sit here, siege up this natural. 4 tanks at a time trying to siege on top of the Liberation Zone. Banana Boy doing what he can, getting on top of this. A lot of tanks do go down, but 2 remain in the Liberation Zone, and then 3 behind it helping out. And then 2 more joining the party from the main base. More and more units just streaming across the map here for our Terran player. This +1/+1 for his mech army is about to finish up. Banana Boy's going to try and pounce on this again. A lot of the tanks were siege up, but that's going to be too much for him. He's going to call GG. Born Gosu will take the match 4-2. Congrats to them.